see how this thing works.
There's nothing hidden in your head the sorting hat can't see. So try it on, and I will tell you where you ought to be.
Okay.
Ravenclaw! Gryffindor! Slytherin! Hufflepuff! Cunning! Shrewd! Let's see.
Yeah.
Slytherin!
Ha! I knew it. Wait, how long has this thing been on? Hi guys, we made it through day 2. Congratulations with less issues. I think a little less stress and definitely less panic attacks. So a couple of things I wanted to go over with you guys because I know that this whole thing is new and I didn't want to try to overwhelm you from the first day. Let's talk about attendance. I know some teachers have you come in and post that you're here on the discussion board. Because I've made the mega class, that ends up being a lot of here's. So the way I'm keeping attendance is when you turn in your CNN 10 bell ringer, I go back the next day and that's when I'm doing attendance. So that way if somebody needs to turn in late, that's fine. And again, if you're having issues, email me or post it on Teams so that I can find out. So again, attendance, you do not have to type in here when you arrive to the elective classes, whether you come anytime between the 1:30 or the 3:15. Just turn in your CNN 10 bell ringer and I will see that and mark you present. And I'm trying to be very flexible with that. 2, please, 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 the first thing I want you guys to do, and you really should be doing this with all of your classes, whenever you go into a team, whether it's your science team, your journalism team, math team, whatever, instead of doing this, jumping in, looking around, and then asking or posting 17,000 questions like, what are we doing? What's happening? Why am I here? Take a second, scroll up, and look at all of the posts, especially my posts. I'm trying to make them as simple as possible, but like Miss Terry said, you have to use your eyeballs to actually find them. I keep answering the same questions over and over again, but it's stuff that I've posted. So I want you to get into the habit of that. Here's the way I'm doing it in the Teams channel to try to help you guys out. I'm gonna post a daily agenda and it's a green banner. So a banner is like a photo, it kind of comes across. It's a green banner, I think it has a little notebook on it. So it kind of makes it stand out. And I also tag everybody in it. So I will include the video that I make for the day, kind of tell you what's going on, give you some options just to let you know when everybody, what you should be working on. And then to let you know kind of my hours for the class. Like we said, your elective teachers are working on a way so that we can go live and not be on at the same time. But we did figure out that we can record them. So if you do happen to miss when we go live, we're working on ways to record that and save that so you can go back to it. So just be patient. For today, for example, well, I guess I should say Tuesday, for example, I actually went live with my Journalism 2 class because we needed to talk about the yearbook because we had to make some changes. So I went into the Journalism 1 teams, posted, hey, I'm doing live with them from 1:30 to 2, I'll be back. And then I was on the discussion board trying to answer all of your questions. And that's kind of the way that it'll work a lot of times. So if I can't go live, you'll always have a video and then I'll try to be on to make sure I can answer all of your questions. So please be looking out for that. Every day, look for the agenda in the Journalism 1 virtual class, that's your mega class. Again, green banner. I think it has some folders on it, but it'll have all of the information, what you should be working on, kind of things we got. As the day progresses and we find out that Teams is not working, or we find out that Focus is not working, or we find out that aliens are coming, I will post those updates as well. So if you try to do something and realize it's not working, don't immediately run to the boards and tell me, kind of scroll up for a second to see if I've already addressed it. So I know around, I don't know, I guess around 8:30 or 9, Teams wasn't working well. We had about 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and then it was gone. So I was making an accommodation for that and I was putting it in Focus and you guys were like, bing, 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 going crazy. So here's what I'm gonna do. We will still try Teams. Your assignments are already there and loaded on them, but I will also, as a backup, be putting them on Focus for a few days just to make sure. So when you check your agenda, green banner, can't miss it, and it tells you what to work on. When you want to start working on your assignments, try Teams first. If they don't work in Teams, go to Focus. I know there's some questions about focus. So if you remember, you guys would upload your movie review or your sports article or your news article to Focus. It's the same thing. So all you do is you go to Focus, and a lot of times for you guys, your view looks different. When you log in, you'll have your upcoming assignments, so it'll pop up there. So you can click on it there, or you can go to journalism and you can look for CNN 10 Bell Ringer or a movie review. When you click on that assignment, it will open up and you'll see directions and you'll see any resources. That's what I keep saying, resources that I've included. So if you're on Focus, and again, this is a lot like Teams, you click on the assignment, you will see that I've put the little activity there for you to click on. You can fill it out and then you upload it, just like you've done with your articles. If you check the movie review, just like on Teams, click it, both of them will open, both of them will have a spot for directions, both of them will have a spot where you can click and open up resources. Let's talk about the movie review. I conducted this survey that just about everybody filled out, and the majority of people had their movie review work with them or had access or felt like comfortable doing it. So there's only about 20 people who didn't. So I felt like we can go ahead and move forward. In the directions, in the explanation, I know it's been 2 weeks and we maybe don't have all of our stuff and we maybe forgot everything. So I'm gonna be really lenient with this. This is just a sort of practice to get us in. Like, if you do it, I'm gonna give you a grade. It's fine. And then we can work to improve for the rough draft. The final draft, just kidding. So I'm asking you to just type that up, and I have that due Thursday by midnight. So you can upload that to Teams or you can upload that to Focus. I have a step 2, but I'm not going to go over it. I think I figured out a way that we can share it and peer review also. So that's what we'll be doing. So I just want to let you know, I know some people said my movie review, the notes are in the classroom. Don't have access to the classroom. Quarantine, man. So when you look in the resources for both of those, you'll see I put movie review tips, the notes you took when we were in class. I put a rubric that you can follow along with to make sure you kind of check off each section. And I also put student created notes from UP. So the characters where they list Carl, Ellie, Russell, they talk about plot and theme. It was one that I've used before as a student example because they did a really great thorough job. I went ahead and included those, so if you don't have your notes, you'll still have that for reference. You can use all of those, okay? So that's what we should be working on. So I think that about covers it up. If you guys have questions, I am online on Teams, doing stuff throughout the day, working on yearbook, helping journalism too, checking emails, so I'll try to get to your questions also. So if you will do me a favor, whenever you jump into any team, mine or anyone else's, always scroll up, look for teacher post. I make it easy. Look for the green banner, that's your agenda, or the dragon. The dragon's trying to tell you something important. You should listen to the dragon. I'll be online tomorrow to answer any of your questions. Miss you guys. See you tomorrow.